Hello, everybody. I are on live again. So we got lots to talk about today. So I'll wait until some people come in. And this is for Halloween right here. Another one for Halloween. So, how's everybody tonight? Hope everybody is feeling good for Halloween night. You know, we're pet sitting for Character Alley, and we have a dog, a beagle, and 2 kittens that we're babysitting tonight, pet sitting. So, anyways, I had some fun yesterday. So let's see. I'm gonna pull up my live here on my phone and see if I can't hear my Aren't you going to play? Why aren't you playing? Me? It's the wrong thing. And where's everything going? Okay, there we go. There we go. Got to see if my music's playing. So, doesn't look like I have anybody at all in here yet. But we'll wait. We'll wait. It's Halloween. I know everybody's busy. Thank you, Gregory Freeman, for the new membership. I really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, brother. But what's the star for? Hello, new Marshall. How's it going, brother? Peace. Hope you're feeling well. Just you and me so far there, new Marshall. Yep, I can hear the music. That's loud enough, right? Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. I hate it when you get down. Things are going around right now, you know, after back to school and everything. I know some of us don't have much to do with school-age kids, but it still gets around. I kind of protect myself. My wife and I, we've been talked about it a little bit yesterday, using emergency like 3 times a week. So emergency, have you ever heard of it? It gives you a little bit of immunity boost, and even helps you when you get sick. It helps you to feel a little better. It's mainly just vitamin C and zinc, but if you get the one with the zinc, I prefer the one with the zinc, because most of us, we get to a certain age, we don't get enough minerals, and then when I go out and hunt, I sweat out all my minerals and salts. So, hey, Colonel H, how's it going? I appreciate you guys yesterday. I had a little bit of a topsy-turvy this morning. I couldn't believe that when I saw my stats for my live yesterday, my stats say that I had the best live ever in all 3 of my years of putting out videos and doing live hunts the last 2 years. I don't know what's really going on. There was a record setting 5,103 views in the 2.5 hours I was on. 57 hours of watch time, 13 new subscribers, and 1 new member that bought in by himself, and then Colonel H so generously gave me 5 more members, gifting them, and awesome. And then this afternoon, Gregory Freeman came on before I started my live, and he re-upped his membership. So very much appreciated, you guys. If only I could do that every time I did a live. That would be fabulous, right? 5,000 views every time I did a live. And I don't know, I know it has to do with the vertical, but I don't know how much it has to do with why the horizontals don't do better. Everybody likes the horizontals better, right? Give me a thumbs up if you like horizontals better, a thumbs down if you like verticals better. Yeah, see, you like the horizontals better, but I've never done that with a horizontal. None of my live, I can tell you, hang on just a second, I'll tell you what my lives usually get. So, lives. Okay, I'm going to go back and just wheel back a few lives, say a couple months ago. Okay, back a couple months ago, I had a 4-hour and 30-minute live, got 85 views. Thanks, New Marshall. 85 views. The next live I did was 46 views. The next live I did was 102 views. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't a live. That was just a regular video. No, it was a live. It's only 38 minutes. I got 102 views. Another 4-hour and 30-minute live, and I got 85 views. Now a 2-hour and 1-minute live, and I got 54 views. 243 views on a 2-hour and 59-minute live. A 5-hour live, I got 259 views. A 2-hour and 12-minute live, I got 52 views. A 2-hour live got 72 views. 65 views on a 26-minute live. A 2-hour live got 91 views. A 2-hour and 6-minute live got 85 views. And then come up here, those don't count because they were all lives in-house. 40-minute live, 201 views. A 12-minute live got 84 views. A 3-hour live got 49 views. Well, you get the point, right? Yeah, they flip through them, but they stay a little bit because I got 57 watch hours. 57 watch hours during the live. A lot of people were staying and watching. It wasn't just flipping through. So I think it's worth some investigation and everything and studying a little bit because, all right, they won't let me go on horizontal, right? Oh, thanks, Colonel H. It's fun watching me dig up trash, huh? But they won't let me go on horizontal. I'm going to try again. I'm going to go out Monday morning and I'm going to try again to get on horizontal. But if I don't get on horizontal, I'm going to get on vertical and see what happens. 2 verticals that I did Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday got over 1,000 views. And then Thursday got 5,100. And it's up to 5,116 now. I've gotten like 12 more views since, but I really blew it. The reason I blew it was because of my stupid alarm. And I went to hit the button to stop it, and it didn't stop it. The control disappeared. The snooze stop control disappeared. I had to go into the alarm and shut it off, which knocked me offline for 10 seconds. So I was on that stupid alarm, that duck alarm that was so annoying. I have to see where I'm at. I can get lost in time. Hello, Cameron. CDG, right? Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I found that out. I got the views. But I've done verticals before, and I got a couple hundred, maybe as many. I think one of them got up like 500 views. But I've never done 5,000 views on a video of any kind. The shorts, my shorts generally get around 1,000 views right now. If I do a short within a week, it's up to 1,000 views. I don't get them right away. Some days I get them the same day. And but anyway, that stupid alarm and this stupid guy here, I didn't even think about it being on long enough or even being a problem, because my alarm's gone off I don't know how many times. You guys know that same alarm, that stupid ducky alarm, I like it because it gets my attention really well. It's when you get older, like I am, the ears go, right? So you have certain tones that you can hear better, and some you can't hear hardly at all, some you can't hear at all. Really high-pitched ones you can't hear, but that duck, that really rings in my ears, so I know that's an alarm. But anyway, they made my biggest viewed ever live ineligible for monetization. So I had to go in this morning and I had to take out the 2 spots where the alarm went off. And as soon as I did, then they reevaluated it. They put me back on monetization, but I missed out on the monetization for 24 hours because of my own dumbness. So anyways, I did get to fix it because I figured out how to work the editor. It used to be that you could only edit the ends and shorten it, or you can like take an hour off or something. But now you can actually go in and clip things out of it. And of course, you can't add anything into it. That wouldn't be right on a live. I would never add anything into a live. But but they were really quick after I fixed it. So anyway, got to do one of these for YouTube for fixing it. This is Halloween. So where's my banner? I thought I had a banner running. So don't forget to hit the like. I need some likes. I would like to get as many or even half as many views and likes and my chat was pretty good. 178 chats. That was pretty good. Yeah, I did fix it, and I got a full 3 cents in an hour by being monetized again. 3 cents from the commercials. I got enough views to get 3 cents. I don't think that was for the whole thing, because I don't think they go back and reintroduce your monetization. You know, but I've only had, in 3 years of being on YouTube, I've only had like 3 times that they hit me. Once was music, that somebody came up to me and set up a camp right close to where I was working on the beach, and they had a radio going, and so I got dinged for that. But they didn't give me a strike. They didn't hold anything against me. They just made me ineligible for monetization, which it's kind of weird, but I think I've done pretty good. Yeah, I bet. There's a lot of channels out there that do really good. 5,200 likes for some channels are nothing. I know what's it? Oh, I can't think. He dives in the water a lot. He's a kid. He goes all over the United States, going to different states and diving in the rivers and stuff. D. It starts with D. By doing the anagram, it's kind of weird. D Almighty. That's what it is. Sounds weird. D Almighty. And it's DALLMYD. So D Almighty. And he had a live, and he was live in the river, and I saw him get 10,000 views in the first 15 minutes that he was on. So there was the guys out there that have a following. But you know, I'm really happy to have you guys and have had you guys help me all this time. You helped me get monetized. You've been sticking with me for 2 years through this, and me trying to make it work and it not working real well, except we get to spend a lot of time together. But anyways, the I've got 5,000 subscribers. I got 13 more subscribers yesterday. So I know that doesn't mean a whole lot because I've got 5,000 subscribers, and what have I got? About 20 of you guys that are like here all the time, and then there's another 20 that are in and out, and another 10 or so that come in once a month. Itchy Boots? I've never heard of that one. Rides a motorcycle. I would have been into that years and years ago. I've ridden a lot of motorcycles, built a few, ridden a lot. And I would love to have a huge following, but I was a little bit surprised yesterday that new people that I've never seen before came on and were talking and seemed like they were liking what was going on. And so as long as I can pick up one or two like you guys that hang in there with me and stuff, I'd be really happy. If I could get, one member a live, every time I go on live, if I get one member, if the vertical helps me get one member every time I go on live, I'll stick with the verticals for a while. I won't even complain about not having a horizontal. If I'm having results like I had yesterday and the day before, as long as I keep getting those types of results. And sometimes wonder, and every time I think I've got it all figured out to the point that I'm comfortable with what's going on, wishing that there's more, but still comfortable with what's going on, something happens and just my slowness of coming around and figuring it out and everything, trying to figure out what happened in the first place and then how to fix it and then how to move on with it. This one was pretty good that I mostly did it by myself. Didn't have to have anybody, jump in and help me. But I really like the live digs with you guys, because I don't know, I think they're just better than my videos. Yeah, always be prepared to pivot. Yep, that's right. So give you a gong for that one. So now I've got to figure out a way to keep more people chatting more and stuff. And Tupac suggested that I put on a bot, but I haven't figured out how to get the bot on my live right now. I don't think StreamYard, I can't find any StreamYard bot. I know Streamlabs has a bot. They have lots of bots. And, like the heist and stuff. Just to get the clicks, I would probably put something like that on. But anyway, that's enough of my woes and yays, I guess. But I thought it was pretty cool to get 5,000 views. I don't know whether StreamYard does a vertical. YouTube wants to be able to, I think, broadcast vertical and horizontal at the same time. I'm going to have to research all of that and see if that works. Maybe I can do a vertical and a horizontal at the same time. I'm not sure whether StreamYard is the one that wants to do that or whether YouTube wants to do that. But Tupac and I were talking about that today. Yeah, the only thing I can think, Cameron, being an old orchard rancher, you know, when I grew up, my folks had an almond orchard, and we were right next to a huge almond orchard, and we had a pasture and all kinds of, a little farm type thing, and we always used smudge pots. We had walnuts and almonds, and we used smudge pots to keep the ground from frozen, keep the trees from freezing, you know. But Dad Hunts Coins streams both of them live. Well, I'm going to have to figure it out, because I'm trying really hard to have fun while I'm doing this, and me trying to figure all this out, it's just not happening, just like click and it happens. Bugs me that I'm doing something wrong most of the time. So, you know, so it's got to be me. It's got to be me. So I wonder how that would work. Maybe I can look it up on my phone here. Let's see if YouTube has anything on it. Search. Broadcasts horizontal and vertical at the same time on StreamYard. Nothing comes up. Oh, wait a minute. How to stream horizontal and vertical. Let's see if I can understand this guy. Let's see. Maybe we can figure out something together here. 2 devices, you think? I hope not.
Oliver sees sandwiches as a saving strategy.
Maybe I can do it on the live here.
With their mobile app. So YouTube is now allowing you to stream in both horizontal and vertical formats at the same time. And trust me when I say this, you are going to want to take advantage. Through normal YouTube shorts. So you know when you're doom scrolling through YouTube at night, you might have noticed lately that sometimes you might be served someone else's random stream. And this is amazing for streamers because that streamer could be you. This is amazing for discoverability. I've been testing out in the past week, and I've been consistently getting anywhere from 2 to 4 times the number of viewers on my vertical streams compared to my regular horizontal streams. 2 to 4 times. So instead of
I got 100 times.
Myself, I wanted to show you how all of it works, from setting up a second canvas in OBS for your vertical layout, where to set it up on YouTube, and how to handle separate chats, because this will create 2 separate streams with 2 separate chat windows.
That would be
so
tough on me,
combine them both
especially
together.
if I'm out live.
I'll tell you how the experience compares to TikTok, because I do have some thoughts on that. Some of you may know that I used to be a programmer, and sometimes I like to program these cool little things for my stream to make them a little bit more fun. I programmed this thing for my stream
probably be best if I try to listen to this and figure it out, because I probably have to listen to it about 20 times before I can figure it out.
And every time I do something like this, I
anyway, it sounds, just at face value, it sounds cool. You need to get into it like 10 seconds like I did. And now it looks like it's getting complicated with 2 live stream chats. Thanks, Cameron. Thanks, CDG. You have a great evening and happy Halloween. Here's this. This is for you. Happy Halloween. And don't go for any of these. Don't be getting into these in the evening time. So, anyways, there we go. First lesson. The first part you listen to is daunting. 2 chat streams. Right here, I can keep up with my chat stream. No tricks, only treats. Yep. You guys are easy enough to keep up with because, I mean, you don't talk my head off. If I'm looking at something and messing around here and got my head down, not looking up, I can miss one, especially when you guys are like all saying hello to yourselves and everything. I can have one scroll up faster than I get my head up and read it, but 90%, I get 90% of it, what y'all are talking about. And because I can almost make it to where I look like I'm looking right at you, because I can look at the bottom line of my my chat right over my camera, so it almost looks like I'm looking at you. So anyway, well, let's look at some stuff. Got some pretty interesting stuff in my my first live that I did. I was able to get on Live Vertical, and I was amazed that I got 1,000 views. What does it say here? Let me see. I got look at this. So I go into YouTube Studio, go into content, go into live, and look at Wednesday's live, analytics, and I got they're gonna analytics views. It says I only got 4 views, but watch time 0 watch time, subscribers 0 subscribers, earned 7 cents. Okay, but when I just look at the live, it says that I got 1,000 views, somewhere between 1,000 and 1,100 views. I got 27 likes. but it really doesn't tell me. Why does it say, oh, now it says I have 11 views. I don't know. Anyway, on face value, let's go into YouTube and see what it says. I go in to manage manage live. Okay. Yeah. When I look at it here, it says I have 1,000 views here on Wednesdays. But then if I go into it though, it says I only have 7 views. And if I go into Studio and go to yesterday's live, it says I have 5,100 views, but then I go in here and the analytics says that I have 11 views. And I'm thinking that is since I edited it, but I don't know. It's confusing. Okay, analytics for yesterday. It says I have 11 views. Watch time 0.3 hours. But if I go into yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Nothing correlates. Nothing correlates. It says I have 5,100 views on it. Right here, where right there it says, whoop. Right there it says 5,100 and something views. But if I click on it, then it says then I had 11 views up here in this corner. Up here, 11 views. So I don't know. 47 current viewers. Chat messages only 18, but it said that I had 178 chat messages. Real time it says I have 5,119 views in 48 hours. And I got subscribers. Unique viewers, it says I had 4,800 unique viewers. Doesn't say how many subscribers I got here. If I go into views, yeah, nothing's correlating. Everything's kind of weird. Subscribers, it says 0, but in the last 16 hours. Oh, that's 16 hours. Let's see. Audience. Subscribers 0. I guess they took all my, either they haven't caught up with it or they took all my subscribers away, because on my analytics here, the picture I took, let's see if I can calm this down a little bit and go in here. You can't see that. Yeah, you can. See, it said I have 64 likes, 178 chats, 13 new subscribers, 5,033 at the time. But by the end of my chat or my live, I had 5,033 views. And that's not coordinating with my analytics. This is what they did instantly, you know. So Listerine Barnacles, how are you, brother? How you doing? How's everything over in England right now? I'm glad to see you. I haven't seen you on my channel in a little while. A hot minute. Anyway, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Here, let's look at some stuff. I'm getting off the beaten path here. Oops. Yeah. Off the beaten path. And remember, I'm not complaining about what's going on. I'm just trying to understand it and get what's going on. But I am really, really happy that I got 5,000 views on one 2.5 hour live. That I was actually flabbergasted. Never had anything over a couple hundred, you know. And after like 48 hours, maybe 500. And never more than that. And just during the live to get over 5,000, 1,000 the first day, and then over 5,000 the next day, I was just almost did backflips. But if I do a backflip, you're going to find me on my face in the, you know, I will not land on my feet. I'm not like a cat. So anyway, here, let's look at something. On Wednesday, I got a few things. Oops, wrong 10. I got a few things. So on the live, I didn't get a whole lot. I got this little bell here, and it's squished flat. And I got this. And I think I was still on live when I found this. This here. Got it. This is the third one of these I've found out there in that parking lot. So here, let's look at that a little closer. So what you think? Hey, Kenneth Bird, how's it going, brother? Thank you guys for coming in. Don't forget to hit the like. So I thought this was pretty cool to have found two others before. No, it's for filling capsules. Family friendly, remember, it's for filling capsules. So another thing that I found out there, it's kind of neat. I find a lot of gears, and I found this gear during my live. I didn't find a whole lot of everything out there. Did find some cool stuff though. This is a stud, believe it or not. It's a stud. Oh, see how it's got like a hole for a screw in it down there? You put a little screw in it, and this, you know, sits on your clothing like that. Like almost like a spike, only it's a non-lethal spike. It's the same thing as this. See, it's got the little screw hole, and it's just a stud that sticks up off the material, like for gloves and for vests and stuff. So I've got a couple of studs before. I think I've got about 20 studs, but they're for costumes, you know. So, and I got a couple of these, 3 of them to be exact, for pin backs. Hey, come back here. We got pin backs. Those are kind of neat to find because they're small and, you know, jewelry-like things. So finding these, I've got a collection of pins that I found that don't have any backs on them. So even though these are kind of crushed, this one's in good shape. This one, however, are crushed, but they still work as pin backs. You can stick a pin in them and it'll hold on. Not perfect, but it will hold on so that you can wear the pin. And then got a couple of these out there in the parking lot during my live. These are bangle jangles that this one has just a design on it here. This one has a Roman soldier on it. But they're just little shinies that they wear on their little fake jewelry stuff. And then I found a buckle out there, which is pretty cool. Tupac is in the house. So then off my live, oh, here's that little bell. It is definitely a little bell. I don't know whether it has I think it has a clapper in it. No, it doesn't have a clapper inside. I think, wait a minute, does it? I think it might. It's either a grain of sand or a clapper that's squished in it right here, in this side right here. As you can see that it's not completely flat on this side right here. See how it's got a bulge in it right there? I think the clapper is right there. So I'm going to try and straighten that out. I can stick a little like an ink pen in it. I think I can make it round again. But then I moved on, and the first thing I found, I was trying to go on live but couldn't do it. And I got this little bell. Cowbell! More cowbell! Well, that's a pretty cool bell. It's got the clapper in it there. Could clean it up a little bit. Everybody asked me last week how I got things so clean, how they got cleaned. I don't brush anything. I did wash these off, but I didn't clean them real well. You can see that I left them kind of dirty because I thought maybe some of you guys like to see them dirty rather than clean. And I found another key here. So, hey, I have 117 of these little keys now. I found a few at the beach over Huntington Beach, Newport Beach. I found one at Newport Beach, I think, and a couple at Huntington Beach. But I found most of these in this particular park because it's a Renaissance fair, and they drop a lot of these little keys everywhere. And I find them everywhere. They're not just in one spot. They're just all over the park. So I just happened to swing over some of them. So then I dug up this, another gear. So I got two gears. These are pieces that relate to Game of Thrones. So people wear jewelry that when people see it, they know it relates to Game of Thrones. For some reason, there's a thing about gears in the Game of Thrones. You have a bunch of those keys too? I've got hundreds of house keys and car keys and lockbox keys and jewelry box keys and all that. But these little decorative keys, I've got this makes 117 here. So Gregory Freeman gave me a bunch of keys. So, he's not on here, but I gotta. Go to hey brother, thank you so much for re-upping your membership. You take care of yourself, bud. Get better soon. God bless. Okay. That's supposed to be a banner. Oh well, that's all right. I can put that up. Take that off. So, this is for you guys. Okay, and then I found this thing was the first thing I found on my way to my live. I wasn't on live yet. I'm trying to figure out what that is in there. I kind of don't want to scrape on it because pushed it out of the way. don't want to scrape on it because I might mess something up here. Looks almost like leaves or a headdress. A hand? No, it's not a hand. I can't tell if there's anything on the back because it's just full of stuff. But I can possibly carefully scrape some of this stuff off. It's not a valuable coin, so it's not going to hurt anything if I kind of scratch the metal a little bit. I'll try and figure out what's on here. Let's see if I can get a little more detail out of it. Maybe, let's see. Got a little more dirt out of it. Looks like it's got a little more detail than I thought it did. I still don't know what that is. Anybody got any ideas? Looks like it was possibly this side up. But that doesn't look like it makes any sense. This ring really high, like 45, 48, so it's got to be aluminum, the way it's crusty. See, the way it's crusty right here, and down here. It's got to be aluminum. I think this is copper here. So, got a toothpick here someplace. Maybe I can make a mess, huh? That's really jiggly, huh? I don't think it's a button. It's got a broken part on it. It is very... I got a little more dirt out of it. Let's see. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to soak it, possibly. Now, wait a minute. Now that kind of looks like an Indian chief headdress, almost like an Indian headdress. There's got the band right here and the feathers here. Hey, Robert Worley, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. Oh, hockey game is more important than I am, huh? Thanks, Robert. Thanks for hitting the like. Appreciate it. Let's see. If I go into my channel, maybe I can see how many likes I got. 13. Yesterday was so nice to get 64 likes. All of you guys and more. So, wow, 64 likes. That's the most likes I've gotten on any live. Yesterday was a banner day. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So, yeah, I had a great time yesterday. And after that, some of the neater finds I found this. And this is a sword blade with a snake, and the nose of the snake is broken off. The head's still there, but the nose is broken off. So I did my little thing where I started spiraling around from where I found it. And I found this. Yeah, just the tip of the nose is broken off of the other one. See here? Not even, I think it's pretty much the whole thing's there. Just barely the tip is broken. No, they're junk. They're junk. See right here. This has got this corrosion in it right here on the tip, right here in the handle. So it's kind of corroded out, just kind of some kind of pot metal. And then just a little bit away from that, about 6 inches or so, I found another one that's in better shape. Oh yeah, I like the oddities like this. I find all kinds of stuff. You've seen it. I thought, that was really neat. But I didn't find anything really interesting yesterday. At the beach, I found some coins. Look at those. Look at the coins that I found over the past 2 months. So what happens is I find where they sell these things, and because they're set up on the grass and stuff, they drop them and they can't find them. So guess who finds them? So there's some oddities. I've got krakens, I've got snakes, I've got scorpions, I've got dragons, I've got all kinds of stuff that I find that are all related to like 1500s. But I thought these were pretty cool, especially on the broken one. I mean, this one I know is broken off. And when I found the other two just a few away, I thought, that's nice. Got them. But they are just, you can tell them. right there. Right there, you can tell that they're junk. And right here, because it's broken off right there, the tip of it. And this has got yeah, I think it's a piece of dirt. So, but those are neat little things. I could possibly make earrings out of that here, right there, right? I've got all the earring stuff. A lot of this stuff I find like this can make really good earrings or pendants. They're made for anyway. So I could possibly get somebody that might like those. So how you doing? You been out of it lately? You're in Colorado. You should find some really neat things. It's some land in Wyoming, and I found 2 arrowheads and a finger bone on my property. And I only went out there once, and I was only out on the property for about an hour, but I didn't have a metal detector with me. I just walked out and picked up some surface finds. Found 2 arrowheads. So you live in Colorado, you should have some really cool spots in Colorado that go metal. I'm gonna have to get out and maybe try this next summer and get out there and see if I can find anything with a metal detector on my property. It's an old cattle ranch, and it's in the Badlands, so you never know what I might find out there in the Badlands. So those were my best finds from Wednesday. And this is my best find from yesterday. One ring, and it is not gold. It weighs like gold. This is, let me weigh it. .3 grams. So that's pretty good for that size ring. It's a small ring. Like New Marshall, wasn't it you, New Marshall, that said it looked like a coat ring? But you can see the writing on it there, making it the one ring. And it's amazing. Here, let's look at it. Oh, sorry. You're the one that said that it looked like a toe ring? This ring here? It was you. Where's it? I have to look again. My bad. Who did? Wasn't Colonel H? No. Comments. Oh no, it was ore hunting. It was ore hunting that said that. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to accuse you of saying something, Marshall. That is small enough. Could be. Does fit my wife's. Maybe it fits my wife's ring finger, so. But it don't fit my pinky. So it could have been a ring. It's small enough. You're right. So anyway, that's number 73. It's not gold. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It weighs like gold and it looks like gold, but it doesn't test like gold. But that's my second One Ring. I've got a larger gold plated One Ring. Anywho, this I was going to get it under the microscope here. Hang on a second. Now, I guess they have a machine that does this. The only way it could be done, because I don't think there's very many. Oh, that's a piece that I found. Little triangle of copper that has little stamps on it. I thought was pretty interesting. So it's not magnetic. Here. See, magnet, ring, not magnetic. It doesn't even, like stainless steel will just barely stick to a magnet, and it's not, come on. It'll flip up on it. Still not magnetic. This is a pretty good magnet. So it's a whole lot of pair of clippers. So pretty good magnet. Maybe, but it won't scratch. It won't leave metal on my scratch stone. But it's got weight. 3.8 grams for that little ring. That's pretty heavy for a ring that size. It could be. I don't know. I have acid that is for platinum, but it won't scratch. It doesn't leave anything on my stone. So anyway, what I was getting at here is that look at this. Can you see it? Yeah. Look at how that engraving is from a vibrating engraver. It looks like it would have been done by hand, but I don't think he could um, actually engrave that by hand. It has to be a machine that does it. It does it with a little buzzing, vibrating engraver. Is that weird or what? It almost seems like somebody had this engraved after they bought the ring. And I'm going to spin it around here a little bit. And check, double check, triple check here to see if there's any other markings besides the engraving. I don't. Nope. No other engravings other than the incantation. Wouldn't be nice if the microscope showed some kind of engraving. Isn't that weird how it looks like somebody did it by hand with a vibrating engraver. Yep, it's the one ring to rule them all. Yep, if it's not marked, it's not a good sign. But it's got, it's non-magnetic. It's got the weight for the size. And it looks like white gold or platinum, but not scratch. So I don't think it's stainless steel. And I don't even think it's tungsten. I don't know exactly what. Come on, down there. There we go. Got some of that. But these are cool. These don't look really good under the microscope, but see how that's eating away there? I didn't clean them really good. So back to me. So anyway, those are my finds. We can look at the coins that I found. Oh, there's some other things that we found, surface finds and stuff. I can show you those. Let's right. Anybody have any idea what this is? Oh, you all right. Oops, wrong. Some of you just might know what that is. Got any idea? Let's put it on the other camera. This camera is awful fuzzy compared to the one my kids got me for Father's Day. This one is neat. Best camera I've got here. Anybody have any ideas what that is? I looked it up. I found another similar item that's the same thing, but it's got a flat lead bottom on it. Any idea what that is? Somebody out there today might. You'd be right, Robert Morley. It is for fishing. I guess this is what its use is. Any other guesses before I let you know what it is? What's that question mark? Nope. It's a carp bait cage. You stuff that full of carp bait and it keeps them from sucking it off the hook, and then you run the line through it, through that tube that goes down the middle of it, run the line through it, put the hooks on the one end, and they start sucking on that to get the bait out of it, and then it hooks them. The hook's on one or the other end. I think it's probably the hook's under the big end there. Yeah, it's suck them down on the line. So you put a sinker, put a hook on the end of the line, and a sinker in between this and the hook. Okay? Then when they start punching on this thing, you pull it, you set the hook by pulling it, and it pulls the hook up to them and snags them. We got this. Come on, sit up there. Here's looking at you. And then we got this creepy thing. It's missing its legs, and the hair on it is supposed to be like ramen. We looked it up. That's creepy. enough of that. And they must have had a Halloween party out there because of the eyeball, and we got vampire teeth. And I put them in, but they're dirty. I haven't washed them yet. Are you watching, Tupac? There we got some vampire teeth. Alrighty. So, let's see, this is from yesterday. This is from the day before. So, I'm going to read out the non-viewable. These are not. Okay, couple. Let's see. We got dirty coins. We got coppers. Let's see. Zipper pull. We got a zipper pull. Done. Nickel. So I got 6, 7, 8 Zinkins that are just too grody to look at. We got, this is from Wednesday. We got 2, 4, 6, 7 pennies that might be able to be looked at. Got the 7 pennies, 2 nickels, and got, I think that's a penny, I think that's a copper. Two coppers. 2 coppers, and how many dimes did I get? 3, 4, 6 dimes. These are crusty, non-viewable. So I got 10 okay pennies and 8, 10, 12 crusty pennies. And it for, oh, got some interesting bullets here. Fire bullet here. It's from the Civil Rights War. We got another bullet here. Looks like a 38 there. And we got the shotgun heads. But this one looks like a 9mm. Might 38 or a 9mm possibly. This one looks like a larger bullet, maybe a 45 right there. A piece of chain. So that's pretty much it for in the parking lot Wednesday. So we can take the bullets out and the chainmail and this here. Made a mess. Made a mess. Clean it up. All right, so we got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 crusties and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 not so crusties. It's 22, this one 32, 34 with the coppers, and 54. Or 44, 54, 64, 84, 94, 148. So that was for Wednesday. And we got 10. I think that's a 9mm and a 38. I can't tell calibers just from, especially the smushed ones. Then on yesterday, we didn't change. Half and quarters. We're up to $2 and quarters for the 2 days. We've got another 2, 4, 6 dimes, so there's $2.10, 2 nickels, $2.03. A couple coppers here. One's really messed up. Got to clean that one off because we don't see very many crusty coppers like that. And then I don't have anything. Oh, got a Phillips head cartridge bit. Bunch of treasure trash. Yeah, nothing really neat there. Just scrap metal. There we go. Okay. And then I got one crusty. And the rest of these pennies are rollable. Seven. So yesterday, my 7, 9, so 10, 70, 80, $1.50, or no, yeah, $1.50, $1.50, and 80 is 239. So altogether, got $2 and 20 cents. $2 and 3, 4, 6, 8. 20 and 80 cents. That's $3 and it's not right. Yeah, and then there's 2, 4, 6, 4, $3.60. $3.75. So close, thereabouts. Not even a gallon of gas, guys. You can do it. So let's see. Some of these might be coppers that I got mixed up. We'll watch them when we go through it. So we got a bunch of pennies. Already did that. Already deposited enough to pay off my detector. It took me about a year and a half worth of change to pay for the detector. So I deposited a little over $1,000 in change for the last 2 years. So it's been pretty good to me. The change, $1 here, $1 there, $10 here, $5 there, 50 cents here, 20 cents there. Okay, let's go to the. I got 20 minutes to go through all of this, which then I'm going to go do Halloween. You ready? Ooh, ugly. Somebody's picture just came up. Okay. And we know it's a zinc in 15. These are not going to be, well, I can tell you that. Just seeing the years that have gone by here. In 86. Okay, that's pretty cool. No use looking at any of these for errors or anything. 99. Could look at see if it has a double on the back. 99. So look at that. No. Not really collectible, but not in that terrible condition. Pretty terrible. Another 2015. And there's a dime. Uh-oh, I miscounted. I got an extra dime there. There we have a couple dimes mixed in with the pennies here. I do. I got more money than I thought. I have to count everything but the dime. What did I do? Stack dimes up with the pennies? I did. Ooh, got one penny in the dimes. How did I do that? Picked up stacking. And this one is bad news. There goes in the tumblers. And this one too. Don't like to roll them that dirty. This one too. Maybe one. Nice to see some oh, there's one that's in pretty good shape for a 98. Look at that. Hey, T-Rap! How is it going? Rawr! I try to roar like a T-Rap, but it might hurt my throat. With it on like a honking. So, to see if I can go vertical and horizontal together and see if I can ramp up this game. It is that 1982, but I know it's not a copper because it when I dug it out of the ground, it was a 44, but and when I waved it around over the detector, one. Yeah, it's definitely a zinc and that, can I just Crumble half of this one. 3. Put it over there. And this one's in good shape here. This another 15. It's got some pox in it, but anyway, nothing cool. And there's a copper 78. Another copper 1956. I got a Wheatie and didn't even know it. Look at that. I got a Wheatie. That goes to the top of the best finds. Find number 2. Right? Definitely. Didn't even know I got it. I saw we got this Wheatie. And this is a copper 1980, all destroyed. It got run over. And this one is my corroded one. Let's see if I can't. I think I got the date scratched off of it yesterday. That's a 1969. Definitely a copper. I'll have to wet it and get a toothpick to it and see if I can. I scratched some of it off with my nail. Let's see if I can. Do that. Maybe if I first, it'll come off. Let's see. Yeah, I think. Oh, that's probably enough. Okay. Okay, do nickels next. About 10 more minutes here. Just look at these real fast. See if you got anything interesting. No. 18. Nickel. It's a 2000, 2002, I think. What a great find. And this one looks like a lot better shape in 1994 than the 2002. Right? And we got Cheer. 1989. Okay. Nothing real important. We did get a Wheatie. We did. Okay, buys. So I dropped on. Look for chips in the hair and in the corner of the mouth, droolers. Real quick. Yeah, not going to be able to tell. much junk on this one. What date is that? 2016. Most of these are really cruddy. Remember 1971. Oh, if that was 1970, we might be tempted to look at the back, see if it has see those two deep scratches in the. If it was a 1970, it would be worth something. But since it's a 71, it's more the detail, the amount of detail. It's normal for 71, and it's rare for 22. Just throw it in the mouth. Need to brush his wipe his mouth. And this one's got nothing. Dirt 23. It's a bad 23. And this one is 20. What was that one? Let's see. 1977. Oh, that's an older one. That's cool. It's got the he's got a little bit of dirt on him, man. 2020. And the biggie. 2016. Yeah. A nice dirty 2004. There we got a 26. $1984. Would have been nice if it was a 64. And we got a 2024. Looking for a drooler on this guy too. And it's the back side. Find the date on that one. This one is a 20. No driller there. Trying to get, I've got 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 23. So I need the 19 and the 22 drillers to make a full set. I don't know if they're even already, but I have them for those 3 years. So I'd like to get find 8 or 10 years in a row. Find them later. So, end of the quarters, and we'll be done in about 5 minutes. So thank you guys for hanging in here. We got a 1956 Wheatie though. Sweet Weedy. That one is too far gone. This one is that should have a date on it right on there. One. Crisp it up a little bit. There you go. And this one is Georgia Peach. 99. No good shiny quarters. And this one is a Washington, Delaware. And this one is a Blue Ridge Parkway. Okay. It'd be nice to find West Point over here. That's not one. 13. I'd have an 18 or a 20. And this one is, yeah. Maryland, yep, okay, last quarter. This one is 2016. This one. Lewis and Clark. Okay. Okay, I didn't find anything really neat except that weeding. So that goes with the that goes to top of the list of best finds. I got some really neat finds, and I am not unhappy at all. I've been able to share this with you guys. And let you guys know how much you appreciate it here. This is all for you. And the race is off. So, all right, we're down to saying goodbye. Thank you for being here. Happy Halloween, everybody. Have a good time. Don't eat too much candy. It's not good for you. So, hand it out. Let other people's teeth rot and blood sugar go high. So, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate you guys being here. I will be back. I'm going to try Monday again. I'm going to try to go on horizontal. And then if I can go on horizontal on Monday, I'm going to try another one, do like an hour or so. And then I'm going to do another hour or so in vertical. And we'll see which is best. I know people are not real fond of the vertical, but if it gets me results, I'm going to do both. I can go on vertical and horizontal at the same time. At one point, I will. I'll try that too. I'm going to try and get this channel going. It's going to take work. Thank you guys. Peace. God bless you all. Hope you all stay well. And you know, stay with God. If you're ill, I know a lot of you have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Get well soon, okay? Love you guys. God bless. Later, Gators. Let's hunt.